Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This is my delayed conclusion, or part A of a conclusion, of the Plancenoit Scenario from Fallen Eagles that I was playing with Mark back in January of this year. And it's taken me this long to actually, we finished the game in January. It's just taken me this long to get the video made. So this is the start of the fourth and last turn, and the next video after this will be the conclusion of the actual game. So as I am narrating through the logs files which I've done for the other videos, I know the result, but I won't let you know until right at the very end. But let's get, well, I say get down to the map because the map's obviously on the screen. So let's get to the map and see what's going on. And this brings us to the map. Well, the chart there. So we are on the last turn. Now remember, with this scenario, all units will get to activate. There's no need for an end of turn die roll on the reactions. And the Prussians will be starting. So let me just move this out of the way. We don't need that for the continuation. I'm refamiliarized myself. That's why you can see on the log here what was going on. And let's skip through until the end of this log and see what happens. Okay, so me and Marcus say we're exchanging these as PBS play by email files. So I will be talking through what's going on. So I would say I think I would like to start with trying to get Push off his arse. Basically, he didn't do much last time. So let's get him moving this time. He rolls a 7 and he's an 8 or less, so he gets to go offensive fire. So I'm highlighting the units with a fire counter. There are some guns in there firing at this chap. Roll a 6 for its quality test. Now remember, these guys, their quality is 7. And I roll for a 6. All the die rolls were done using a third-party die roller, because neither was really too keen on the VASSAL dice. So a bit more shooting. Infantry fire into the 5th League Air, which is this target here. And I emphasize that. Straight shot, no modifiers, need a low roll and roll a 9, no effect. And then we go into movement. So all offensive fire is done, then move. Okay, cavalry flanking and prepared charge. So in they come, trying to move these French to get to the victory conditions. Then it's the melee declarations. We've got a few melees coming in. And then we get, so that ends that log fire. So then I'll pass it back to Mark. Start a new log file. No. Okay. So file, load continuation. Oh, okay. Just remembering how to use this. Okay. So load game. Okay. We are looking at this next log here. Save game, no. And then it carries on from there. Right, so this should be something from Mark. Higher end defensive fire, 3rd Volgeurs volley at the massed infantry assault on their left. Okay, again highlighting the units at fire. +1 for upslope. My guys are coming down at him. Rolls a 4, modified for a QFT. Great. Do I pass the QFT? The lead Prussian infantry is at the 9th Regiment, so QF for 7. Roll an 8. Failed by 1, a retreat. The remaining 500 guardsmen managed to hold on by the skin of their teeth. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Unless the 9th Infantry elect to lose a step, I have a choice there. I could lose a step and remain in position. I will leave the units in place for now, Aaron, so you can decide. I can't remember what I decided, so we'll find out what I decided when going through the log. So this was played, this particular log is dated 29th of November last year. So it's been a while. Next up are the 6 core units. They will split fire. So they're allowed to split the fire into 2 directions. As any defense right, the carrier attracts a further +1 for flanking. Their arms are +1 for upslope, -1 for point blank canister. Rolls an 8, gunners are panicking. And then he passes it back to me. So hopefully this transition will be a little bit smoother. File. Here we go. Load game. And we're on to 64. Open. Save game. No, we don't need to save it. Okay, so it's back to me. Well, hopefully I'll make that decision. Hi, Mark. The assault on the guard volunteers would be halted anyway, even if I take a step loss, which I will not do. Therefore, a retreat. Okay. A retreat 1 hex. This is an overstack, so I have to go further back. All right. Now the assault, the actual self. So we add up the odds. So we've got 23 infantry attacking from those 2 hexes, plus 20 cavalry flanking. They get doubled when they're flanking. So it's 43 versus 11, or 3-1, which gives a -3 modifier. QFT 7 versus QFT 8. He has an 8 unit, so that's a +1. Cavalry in the open, he's in open ground, -1. Net -3. Roll a 7 becomes a 4, which equals an R, which means all of his units get reduced. So he basically holds and bleeds. No routes, no morale checks. I just flip his units down. And that finishes that particular unit. So I'm going to pause the recording at this point. Yeah, I just uploaded the next file and took a note of where I am. Okay, so it should be marked now. Hi, Aaron. There is a frozen lake. Where's the frozen lake when you need one? I think it's a reference to the Napoleon movie. Where's Napoleon leading the guard cavalry? Nowhere to be seen. Where are my trenches? I've been brushing up on my history, you see. Yeah, from the Napoleon movie. The French are holding on by the skin of their teeth. We will try for Morton, who needs a 9 or less to get going. Roller's a 2, so he's on. Okay, he brings up the active formations. Deleting admin markers from the Prussian hussars on the hill. Oh, whoops, forgot to do that. Okay, all units in command, not difficult as the perimeter is shrinking. Yeah, he's being contracted and pushed back. Offensive fire. Highlighting. 4/8 battery versus 8th hussars. +1 size. It's a small battery, I assume. Yeah, little dinky gun. Anything less than 4, you add 1 onto the actual shot. Remembering low rolls are good for this system, and -1 because it's at point blank range. Rollers very generic. 7, a QFT on the hussars who have a QF of 7. Rollers are 10. They rout. My cavalry rout from the canister, but take no losses. Boo-hoo. 3 route options available through the infantry or through the guns. Only 2 apologies. Yeah. I think you would select the battery. Better chance of a QFT route contagion check and less units to fail with. Because, yeah, got to route through my own guns. Off they go. Carrying out QFT on 11 battery. Rollers and 8 failed by 1, but no further effect. If failed by 3, they would have routed as well. Next. Battery of Passant Square versus the, so basically, as you saw highlighted, +1 for size. Again, small battery. It's not a small battery. Only 3 increments can actually, or steps can fire in a village. So it's going to be automatically small battery. Where are we up to? Yeah. Roller 6 modified to 7, just a QFT. Now, as you notice, I'm not too great on these QFT. Landwehr has a quality of 6. Rollers a 9. They rout. I start to remember this now. Remember this. This was not nice. Neither's particularly better than the other. I think I'd better return the log to you for a double check of what I want to do. Okay, start a new log file. No file, load game. And we are on to log 66. Open. Yeah. Okay. What did I decide to do there? Hi, Mark. I thought these Prussians were filled with hate and bile for the French. Two non-spectacular fire rolls, because they weren't. And my men run like scared girlies. And if there's any girls watching this, do apologise. Yeah, okay. Sorry, bit misogynistic of me. How do you say that word? Okay, but they're out through that. Contagion roll is an 8. Falbo 1, so okay. So they aren't carried away. Right, back to Mark. Back on now to log 67. Okay. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for that. Marking the battery is fired. Okay, so as I said, 2 not particularly great shots, and well, pretty much the lower brigade, the lower half of my army just flitted away. Offensive fire continued. Horse battery section versus, so it's up the slope. Size battery small, but canister, so net +1. Rollers are 12, so that's at least a miss. Onto his movement, and I can think you're going to see from my memory quite a bit of pulling back, neatening the lines. Yeah, okay. I don't think as you can see, the French are pulling back here, making a, and that's it. Morton's penultimate defensive move back to the Prussians. He didn't do any attacks. Oh, do I move Morton? Last minute ponder. Yes, he moves to the village. Okay, start a new log file. No. Load game. And we're just about to load log 68. Okay, it's back to me. Hi, Mark. Trying to activate Blücher. See if we can get the old war horse going. Need a 7, roll a 3. The old buzzard is up for it. Trying to rally some troops. I think I need them back, boys. Okay. Need a 6, roll a 4. Okay, so we've got some guns, but they're not going to be coming back. Too far away. That one. Need a 6, roll a 4. He might get back into the action. Need a 6, roll a 9. No. Need a 6, roll a 7. Need a 6, roll a 5. One. Probably the most important stack. Need various, ideal of 5, and all come back. Roll 11. So they're not coming back at the moment. That is Blücher done. Blücher did well. He did a few units back to Mark. So, no pile, no game. And we're now going to be on log 69. Open that. I don't know why it keeps asking me to save the game, but there we go. All right, 69. What's going on? I need to remind me where I am. So we've had 1 activation each. I'd say that's gone pretty much the French way. What do I do? Hi, Aaron. The guard ought to activate. Yeah, they don't have to make a roll to go. Not much left to do, just some fire. Yeah, the guard infantry could fire. Third Volunteers, +1 for the slope. And you highlight it again. Rollers 9, so the French guard miss on that one. Then the old guard in the town itself. Rollers 9, no effect. Oh, sorry, yeah, roll 9, yeah, no effect. No movement, back to you. So the guard basically just shooting blanks. Yeah. Okay, so we're now going to be going to, log 70. Okay. So my next chap will be Bulal. He needs a 9 to activate. Rolls a 10. Receives a note from Perch. Sitting on your ass is fun. Yeah, last turn von Perch didn't do very much, and now it looks like von Bulal is taking a note from him. I can go back to von Perch because he needs an 8. Can't activate Blucher because he activated my last activation. Rolls an 8. So von Perch gets 2 activations in a row, which is not ideal. Offensive fire. Infantry doing some fire. Need a really low roll. Rolls a 9. Moving to attack. Infantry and cavalry combining, which is not ideal. And then doing some melee decorations. Okay. So what does Mark do about those? We'll see what happens in log 71. Okay. The French cavalry declares retreat before combat. That's those boys there, because I'm attacking him with infantry, so they can skedaddle. As I'm unsure if you will AAC, I will hold on with a defensive fire from the adjacent battery until you make your decision. Cheers. As I'm sure you will advance after combat. I had to work out what was that abbreviation. Okay, so that was log 71. So we're now going to be looking for log 72. There it is. Open that. No. Right. Better do me bookkeeping, make sure I know where I am. Okay. Hi, Mark. Of course I will advance. Start new log file. So it's defensive fire. So start new log file. No. That is one of the slight downsides of playing by email, especially if you've got a game that has a lot of phases and interactions. You've got to obviously exchange log files, even for just minor things. However, we are playing and we live 300 miles apart. So the advantages are, to me, paramount. So we're on to log 73. Okay, defensive fire. Due to the slope adding +1 DRM, I'll elect to focus fire on one stack rather than split. The battery will fire on the 6th to the left. Okay. DRMs are +1 for the slope, -1 canister. Rollers 6, so QFT. And I haven't been doing very well at these lately, have I? The lead unit is the 9th Infantry with a QV of 7. Rollers are 2. They most definitely stand. Woohoo! At last! I passed a morale check. I think at that time when I saw that happen in the log file, I did a little lap of one around the chair. Back to you for the actual assault. Start a new log file. New file. Log 74. Okay. So in they come. Hi, Mark. This is the big push. 46 versus 5. The artillery don't count towards the battle. 5-1. So it gives me a -5 modifier. Quality is the same. Yeah, this is a all shows of the guard that have been reduced. Looking very tired. Melee then at -5, which is good as it gets. Roll of 5, that becomes a 0, which is a QFT 2 plus R. So he takes a QFT roll and a reduction. So his units are going to pretty much be eliminated. Well, the artillery was at full strength. So let's see. Roll of an 8, which equals a 10, which is a rout. Because it was a QFT 2 modifier. Rout was 7. The R eliminates the infantry and reduces the gun, which is also then eliminated because it is routed. Artillery that's routed loses a step. So loses 2 steps. So actually that was an excellent result. Now my cavalry were not the lead unit, but they must advance in first. Cavalry always got to go in. Then I can advance 1 infantry unit into the hex as well. I now have to roll for cavalry pursuit. QFC at 7, roll of 7, they may pursue. Let's do it. Now, I can't remember if I did it. This is an error. So there might be a couple of log exchanges because I think I'm only meant to be able to attack into the next hex. But I get carried away in my enthusiasm. So 1-1. Cube gives me -1, but unprepared gives me +2. Net +1. I roll a 3, which equals a 4. And I think, I said, Sibley, you are a lucky bastard. But I think this is all going to be changed back. QT1 plus R. They do not rout, but die on the spot. I think that's an error. Then the unmodified 3 random event. Roll of 5, no effect. Okay. So that's as good as it gets. Yeah. Start a new log file. No, just backtrack on that. Make sure that was log 74. So we want log 75. File. Low game. 75. And this is where Mark goes, okay. You made an error. You're just about to mention cavalry pursuit. So he's backtracked on this, which you can do, which is quite nice. They may pursue. I said, let's do it. As discussed offline, we had a little chat. Cavalry pursuit is against enemy units adjacent hexes only. So I'll rewind the result that follows. He was right. I did that wrong. Going through all the things we've done. Fixing now. Putting me back. Puts his cavalry back. So yeah, make mistakes, but you can correct it. Okay, back to the French. The guard activated last time, so it's back to Monton. Needs 9 or less. Rolls a 4, he's up. So at least, okay. Obviously, if we were sitting next to each other in the game, playing face to face, that error wouldn't have occurred. Because you'd have gone straight away. Boom. Yeah. We all make raw mistakes, but again, with the vassal, it can be corrected quite nicely. Right, so some are firing. All in command, straight off into fire. Now, this is Morton's second activation. So I'm gonna, and Bulau still hasn't had his first activation, so I'm gonna end it after this log, well after Mouton's activated, and I'll end this video and then do another one for the final part of the turn. Some shots, rolls an 8, no effect. Done there. Roll 9, no effect. GFT, do I actually get a unit to pass them out? Pass them around, check. Look at that. The French must be running short on ammo. Yeah. Movement. Again, I think he's trying. He's got to protect this. Okay. Because it's all about the silver stars for victory. A little bit of a rethink. Oh, I thought it would be finished for that log. So you may countercharge, not finished moves yet. Okay, so we need to push on to the next log then, don't we? I want to finish Mouton's activation. So no, file, load game. We're looking at log 76. Leave. I think I let him know by phone there would be no, or there will be a counter charge. Odds are 5 to 6 French. No other DRMs. Oh, wait, they need to pass a counter charge QFT first. So they pass. On we go with the counter charge. Rollers of 10, modded to 11 for a QFT 1 on my guys. Do the counter charge. I'll do the event first. There was no event speciality. Next, QFT 1. My guys pass, applying a step loss on my cavalry. So try to counter charge, which you don't normally try very often. But yeah, didn't work. And French movement continues. Depleted cavalry reserves now join the compatriots on the high ground. And that's as much as they can do. Clearing admiralty markers. So that took us up to log 76. Clearing up all the markers. Back to me. Okay, so we won't start a new log file there. I'll be recording next video, but let me just bring this back to me for a moment. So we'll getting technically stop recording. There we go. Back to me. Okay. Considering that was played some while ago, the last log there, we just done log 76, was done on the 4th of January. So yeah, it was quite a while. I thought I remembered a fair few things going. I had forgotten all those routes at the beginning of the episode there, but yeah, it progressed quite nicely, and we're coming up to Bulau still needs two activations, one more guard activation, and Blucher has an activation. So 4 more effectively activations to go, and still a lot to play for. Thank you for watching. Until next time, play games, have fun, and bye, Internet.